It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and today we got a beer called the Flummoxed Farmer. I quite like the name of that, to be honest. Pretty cool name for a beer. It's a blonde ale coming in at 4% ABV, and it's by Ainsty Ales, brewed within the York Wapentake. Ooh, there we go. Now, I was recently up in York brewing last August with Brew York. I didn't realise there was another brewery in the city of York, which is very cool actually. If I would have known, I would have tried some of their beers on tap when I was up there in August. A lovely brown bottle, black bottle cap. 500 milliliter bottle, dark brown bottle. Let's get it open. Let's find a bottle opener. There's one right in front of me. Nice little bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. Look at that. Now that is, it's lovely in the light, isn't it? It's that, do they call it the winter solstice? It's like the 18th of December. I know I shouldn't mention dates because I probably won't release this video for another 3 or 4 weeks. I've got such a backlog of videos at the moment. But it's kind of gone. It's still dark. It's one of those kind of situations this time of year never quite gets light, but the lights in the bar have really kind of shone this off. Let's put another one on. That looks good. Good levels of slow moving carbonation, definitely a blonde ale. In terms of temperature, I've had this in the fridge about an hour just to chill it down a little bit. The beers this time of year live in the conservatory anyway, which is quite cold. I've just put it in the fridge for an hour just to take the temperature down a little bit more. Let's get the aroma on this very clear blonde beer then. Ooh, that smells fantastic. A lovely, hoppy, zesty blonde ale. The beer is available from today's channel sponsors, bestofbritishbeer.co.uk. They're a really good company. There's a link in the description box of the video. If you like small, independent breweries that you may never have heard of, then check out bestofbritishbeers.co.uk. Before I even kind of looked at this name and looked at the name of the brewery, I mean, for me, I live down here in South Wales. York is up north, right up north, and it's impossible for me to know every single brewery that exists in the whole of the UK. And that's where Best of British Beer come in. They come in and they send me a box of beer, and I'm opening this box in pure excitement, like it was when the channel first started again. Because I'm looking at breweries that I've never heard of their beers and never heard of their brewery, and I'm really excited to get into their beer, so I'm going to do just that. I'm going to get into this one. Cheers, everybody. That is super. For a 4% ABV beer, that is fantastic. Super crispy. Super dry and hoppy. The bitterness on this beer, the bitterness is terrific. If you're a fan of big, bitter, bold, hoppy beers that are low in ABV, so you can have a bit of a session on them, then this will be the beer for you. I'm Oh, I'm thinking, I'm going to try and guess the hop. Do you know, it's like biting on lemon peel, biting on orange peel. It's that really kind of extreme pithy flavour, extreme bitterness on the beer for 4% ABV. I'm going to say maybe a combination of maybe Styrian Goldings, maybe some Cascade, maybe some Centennial, something along those lines. But they put the hops in the boil kettle. You're really getting that kind of mouth smacking, mouth puckering bitterness coming through that is utterly, utterly fantastic. That is brilliant. Drinkability, really, really good. Carbonation, a little bit of carbonation in the beer. It's not an overly carbonated beer, but it's enough to push the beer on the inside of the mouth, release more of that flavour. It's very good. Very, very good. The malt. Let's talk about the malt a little bit. There's a nice level of sweetness in the beer too. You're picking up that really light, crisp malt. And it's a level of sweetness that it doesn't... I'm still going to say the bitterness wins out. The bitterness in this beer definitely wins out. But there's a right old battle going on. You've got sweetness over here, bitterness over here. And it's like it's rocking back and forth on a seesaw. You're picking up some sweetness, you're picking up some bitterness. It goes back to being sweet, it goes back to being bitter. It's fantastic. It's peppery, spicy. Let's see if it's a bottle conditioned beer then. Because it's quite bright. Getting this far down into the pour, I doubt it is. No, it's a really, really bright looking beer. Doesn't that look fantastic? Right. York Brewery, Ainsty Ales, was founded in 2014 by Andy, a local lad born, raised and living in the old York and Ainsty area, a medieval wapentake to the west of York, which once governed itself and was bounded by the rivers Ouse, Wharfe and Nid. Flummoxed Farmer is a blonde, fruity and refreshing session ale packed full of Challenger, got that wrong, Cascade, got that right, and Amarillo hops. I got that wrong. I said Centennial, didn't I? Ideal all year round, but perfect when the sun comes out. It is brilliant. This is a brilliant beer. The ethos of the brewery is to support everything local, so please support and follow us as we aim to perfect our ales for your satisfaction. The ingredients are hops, malted barley, wheat, gluten, water and yeast. It is brilliant. It is a brilliant, brilliant beer. And you can pick it up at bestofbritishbeer.co.uk. There's a link in the description box of the video. I'm ready to rate this one. It looks fantastic. Look at the beer as I rock it back and forth. Look at that carbonation as the carbonation chases the head of the glass. Lovely looking liquid, lovely aroma, fantastic taste. I really like that. It's not your typical Belgian blonde, not by any means. It's a hop forward, modern blonde ale, definitely with those hops in. I like it enough to give it a 9 out of 10 though. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer, a really good beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, cheers.